I am so excited to welcome my friend Shanna on, and she's going to share a little bit about her experience with finding hope after hurt. And she is a mom of 9 kids, you guys, and she is incredible. Um, and I'm just curious, like when you jumped into finding hope after hurt, like what caused you to just take the leap? Like what was it that you were like something has to change?
At that moment, I was coming out of a major injury or in the middle of that major injury.
Mhm.
And just, those events in our lives cause us to like look at our lives and go, what
Yeah.
am I doing? Why am I doing it? And how do I want to proceed? So, one of the things that I had decided as literally right before I got your phone call about about the classes starting up soon
Yep.
is I need coaching. It is time to bite the bullet. Like I need coaching in my life. So
Mhm.
that was kind of my deciding factor, is
Mm.
knowing, that I needed help getting to that next step.
Yeah, I love that. If you're willing to share, whatever you're willing to share, um, what kind of just traumatic experiences had you gone through, and how was that impacting your daily life and your awareness and being able to move forward with your goals and your dreams and all of that?
Yes, I have had a large life. I've had childhood trauma. I've had come out of an abusive marriage, abandoned wife, um, raising children as a single mother
Mm.
at a very young age. Then remarrying the love of my life, but having a large family at that point. So just lots and lots of compounding
Mm.
trauma that I stuffed and stuffed and stuffed for years, for my whole life.
Yeah.
And that erupted about 2 years ago in the
Mm.
middle of some major life shifts. It finally came to like the volcano was spewing over. And that is when I learned about trauma healing, trauma coaching, trauma release. And so, yeah, that's kind of what the things that I
Yeah.
had gone through and where I was at the time that I
Yeah.
decided to pursue this.
Thank you for sharing that. I think a lot of people will relate. What things had you already tried for emotional healing and how did they work for you?
Um, I have done um, work on the family unit,
Mhm.
not necessarily extended family, but the families that are inside of us.
Mm.
And I had done that with a trauma coach.
Mm.
She had helped me walk through that initial release of various traumas. I had a 6 week stint with her.
Mhm.
And then I found Rochelle and had several aroma release sessions, aroma freedom sessions, and that those things combined had really start to change my life, but more so than the change was the awareness that was coming
Mm.
um, through those different avenues. And I really believe that Rochelle has helped me more with that awareness side than anything else that
Mm.
I've done.
Wow. Wow. Thank you. Um, how is being in the Finding Hope After Hurt program in the community? Um, how has that impacted your emotional healing and how you handle daily life?
Again, I have to come back to that awareness piece, because when you are getting that consistent coaching, that weekly coaching, and actually, I have my book with me this morning. I came to the coffee shop to work
Oh,
through some things, and journal some things, and you just having that consistency in that group setting, knowing that you're not alone,
yeah.
being able to speak into the lives of others with the experiences that you may have
Yes.
that help them. That was just all very, very impactful for me. But I think for anyone looking to join a group like this, just that consistency piece
Mm,
makes such a difference. Knowing that you're committed to that weekly showing up,
mhm,
and you don't even have to say anything. There were a lot of weeks that I just listened, but
mhm.
just the listening let me know that I wasn't alone, and
Yeah.
opened my mind to the things that I may be dealing with that other people are dealing with.
Mm, that's so good. Yes, I love that. Um, how would you say that it's helped build like resilience or how you cope with current or future challenges? How do you feel about, being able to cope with future challenges now?
Well, that is the really exciting part, because it's not like sitting in a counseling session where you're just talking things out. You're literally getting the tools that you need to walk through these things yourself on your own. And that is the most life changing piece, because I know people that have gone to counseling for years. I know people that have received coaching for years. And although those are all good things and we should do them, the piece of being able to coach yourself and
Mm,
being able to identify the lies that you're dealing with in your own mind that are
mm,
holding you back, and walk through those by yourself, whether it be financial, family, relationships, whatever that is
yeah.
just life changing. It's astronomically life changing.
Yes. Yes, it is. Yes. Have you noticed any other positive changes in your life, like improved relationships or reduced anxiety or, increased energy? Just curious if there's anything else that you would say has improved since finding hope after hurt.
That is so interesting that you asked me that, because I had not related the two till right now. But definitely my nervous system is so much calmer. I am not operating in fight or flight 24/7. When I'm faced with a situation in my home, I have 5 teenagers. When I'm faced with a situation, challenging communication in my home, I I am taking a deep breath now, and
Mhm.
really able to take that in and respond instead of react. And that is huge. That is
Oh,
really, really huge.
I love that so much. And it's such a subtle shift that you didn't even realize till you looked back, at where
Mhm.
you were 12 weeks ago. And that is how healing is a lot of times. Like we don't realize how far we've come till we look back and we're like, "Oh, wow, I didn't used to do this, and now I can." So I love
Yeah.
that. Okay, one last question. Would you recommend finding hope after hurt to others? And what would you say to someone who's just not sure if their emotional healing is worth the investment?
Thank you for asking me that. I'm going to tell you what I tell everyone that I talk to. I tell everyone that I talk to, that I are my friends that I know are dealing with past trauma, which we all are, is
Mhm.
that they need something like this in their life. They
Mm,
need to just make the commitment and do it, because you are worth it.
yes.
You're worth it. And the value also, I will say, the value that you're given, and I've told you this, Rochelle, that this unit, this I don't guided coaching, I don't know what realm to put it in, but it is worth thousands and thousands of dollars. Like, the value is so crazy. And yeah, I think people need to just jump on board and just do it. It is life changing. The value that you're given is just wild to me. It is wild to me that you would offer this at the price point that you do. So,
It's because I want to
and
help you.
I'm thankful for it.
I am thankful that you are a part of the first one. And thank you so much for being willing to share your story. And I think this is going to really help somebody take that leap and trust that they are worth investing in, which is part of our healing journey, actually, is
Yeah.
taking the leap and investing in ourselves, because then we've committed and we've actually taken an action to show that we're worthy of it.
Absolutely.
So thank you so much for being willing to share.
Yeah. Can I add just one more thing
Yes.
here on the
Yes.
end? I don't think I included this, so I want to just add this, that I have been in health and wellness for pretty much my entire adult life. For the last decade of my life, I have been heavily pursuing self-development and finding any coach that would that I could talk to, really pursuing healing and becoming the best version of myself.
Mm.
However, this program has been the most life-changing out of all of that put together and more. So I feel like that is really, really important for people to hear from someone who has pursued healing, who has pursued their best version of themselves for a long time, to find something that in 6 weeks or 8 weeks changes your life so dramatically in comparison to all of those other things put together.
Wow. That's amazing. That's amazing. And I can't even take credit because all the whole idea came from the Lord.
Yes,
So he
I
knew
believe it.
how
Yep.
impactful this would be. And of course, like I had used all these tools, over my I would say 5 years really of emotional healing. Because I didn't know how to do it in the first three, I would say, of my 8 years of being in health and wellness. Um, like I'd used all these pieces, but it had never been put together in this way. And I just realized like that's what's missing, is like all the pieces put together like this. So thank you for sharing that and saying that, because that just, wow. That's just, I have no words. I have no words. All
Well,
right.
thank you,
Thank you.
Rochelle. I appreciate you
I appreciate you
very
too.
much.